shadow shudders.
Let's start to enjoy scary stories. I was 10 years old when I first saw the ghost. It was a dark and stormy night, and I was home alone, watching TV in the living room. Suddenly, I heard a noise coming from the hallway.
I turned around and saw a small figure standing in the doorway. It was the shape of a child, but it was completely transparent. I could see the furniture through its body.
I was so scared that I couldn't move. I just stared at the ghost, and it stared back at me. After a few moments, it turned and walked away. I watched it go, and then I ran to my room and hid under the covers. Didn't tell anyone about what I had seen. I was too afraid that they wouldn't believe me, but I never forgot it. A few years later, I was talking to my grandmother about it. She told me that she had seen the same ghost when she was a child. She said that it was the ghost of a little girl who had died in the house many years ago. I'm not sure if I believe in ghosts, but I know that I saw something that night, and I'll never forget it. The man woke up in a cold sweat. He had been having that dream again. The one where he saw the ghost. He could still see the pale, translucent figure, its eyes empty and staring. He shook his head to clear the cobwebs. It was just a dream, he told himself. But even as he said it, he knew that it was more than that. He had seen the ghost before, in real life. He got out of bed and went to the window. The street was empty, but he could still feel the ghost's presence. He shivered and closed the curtains.
He went back to bed, but he couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about the ghost and what it meant. He knew that he would never forget it.
The next day, he went to see a therapist. He told her about the dream and the ghost he had seen. The therapist listened patiently, and then she said, "It sounds like you're having a classic case of sleep paralysis." The man was relieved to hear that he was not going crazy. He still didn't know what the ghost meant, but he was glad that he could talk about it with someone. He continued to have the dream from time to time, but it became less frequent and less disturbing. He eventually came to terms with the fact that he had seen a ghost, and he learned to live with it. The man never forgot the ghost, but he also never let it control his life. He went on to live a happy and successful life.